Let me just
So,
my
welcome to
table
Boxing
phone.
Media,
Yeah.
sponsored by Falcon Contracting and boxbets.co.uk. And with me now, I've got a special guest. I've got Ekow Essuman. How you doing, Ekow?
Yeah, right. I'm good, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Honestly, absolute pleasure. Your name has come up several times recently for different reasons, but we'll get into that.
Yeah.
All good, though. All good. Um, 20 fights, 19 wins, 7 knockouts. We're doing well. We're doing well.
Doing all right. Doing all right. I've got more to do though.
Yeah. I'm not saying that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, debut December 2016. Seems a long time ago now.
Yeah. Yeah. It does when you think about it that way.
You've been around. It's fair to say. We'll just do a quick for people who might not know you. If they don't, then they've been hiding under a rock somewhere.
Yeah.
October 2018, Andy Keats won TKO round 5 to win the English. What a moment for you to win the English title.
Yeah, it was. You know what? I'd been building my name up, building my ranking up at that point. Just, that hard graft of small hole shows and producing enough money for someone like Andy Keats to even want to fight me, because it's like he obviously we're prize fighters, so we fight for a prize. And obviously hit that mark. And when the opportunity came, got it with both hands as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. And we've got Ra in the comments. Big up Joel and Ekow. He's put the Kalahari Warrior.
Yeah.
He's a top man. Yeah, then I'm just giving you highlights here. September 2020, European, the IBF European. That's a huge jump from the English to the European. Obviously, the British at that point, the European came first. But then we got crowning glory, should we say, against Chris Jenkins, very tough operator, which you did it in style and captured the British and the Commonwealth.
Yeah, that was a good match. It was a long time coming, because that match had been scheduled and rescheduled so many times. I wasn't even sure if it was going to happen. I got a sports psychologist on board, and we made a few tweaks to how I was thinking about the match and changed it from frustration to motivation. And obviously you saw what happened on the match.
Yeah, just quality, absolute quality. And I'd say you really announced yourself on the scene there. As I say, the British title is the one, isn't it, that people want to get?
It's one of my favorite belts, because it's it's one of my favorite belts, because it's all the other belts are like leather belts with a bit of trinkets on them, but the British is just like this metal belt. It's like a crown boiled down and remade into a belt. It's just something else. It's something different, and it's British, of course. So it just sets itself apart.
That traditional route that you've taken, doing the English, the British, the Commonwealth, the European, you've pretty much done it all. There's kind of just that one missing, but we're kind of heading in that direction, aren't we?
Too right. Don't worry about that. Yeah, that's coming. It's
coming with time, mate. Jam has said, bless Joel, bless Ekow, top man, love your energy for real. The loss to Harry Scarff. Would you want to run it back? I think you'd take him in a rematch.
I think I'd take him in a rematch. It's just one of those things. I think 9 out of 10 times in a match I beat him. He caught me on the best opportunity he could have had, and the things that he did got let slide and put under the carpet, and he got the rub of the green. So you know what? It is what it is. I've learned my lesson from that match. So the 9 times out of 10, the rest of those opportunities, I'd have him. So, but it's one of them things, you can say it until you do it. So, I mean, given the chance, I'll do it. I'll put it that way.
No, definitely. Following on from Chris Jenkins, I'm going to go back before the others jump forward. We got more to talk about yet. January 2023. Obviously, the cracking fight with Chris Kongo. Now,
Yeah.
Chris, lovely man, Chris Kongo. Win on majority decision, British Commonwealth, European, and WBC International, wasn't it?
That's one of my favorite belts. Yeah, WBC International as well.
A lot. You're just being greedy now, Ekow. Do you know what I mean? But what a fight. And obviously, your name has cropped up again recently, like I said earlier. Chris Kongo having a cracking fight the other day against Florian Marcoux. And now it seems to have come back round to saying we want to see Kongo Essuman again. And what a cracking fight it would be. Would that be something you'd be interested in?
I wouldn't say no to it. I mean, I don't think they've actually put offers through to my promotional team. He said he wanted to fight at one point. Obviously, jumped on interviews, did Chris's thing. Nothing really happened of that aside from maybe pissing me off a little bit. But I mean, I'd never say never. But my warning to him would be like from the first match, it would just be around 13. So.
Is it something you need to take, or do you think?
No, that's what I mean. I don't know.
More important.
Obviously, like my last match didn't go the way I wanted, but I'm still number 10 in the IBF. I've got fight news of my own coming out soon, and it's one of those things. I said to Chris, when he gets himself on a winning trend and gets like a different title or whatever, he's done those bits. So I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I get myself on a winning trend, and he's going for. I think I saw him calling out the European champ. I mean, if he gets that match, wicked match. If not, further down the line, we could meet. We can crack it up. I'm not bothered about that. Like, it is what it is. Boxing, prize fighting. That's the fight that people wanted to see, provided I get paid my prize and I win the belts as well.
That kind of. But as you say, I'd say the more important one for you, because you are a fighting man. You fight with pride, heart on your sleeve, guy. Would be Harry Scarff to get that sort of avenge that loss. I think it's quite a big thing in people's careers, isn't it? To put something right.
Yeah, definitely is. I mean, we'd love to run it back. Obviously, he's got certain opportunities. He's going to chase them. That's how it is. That's just the rub of the green. But obviously, that aside, I'm just working on setting myself in line, keep going for what I'm going for. And if he's along the route, then I'm just going to have to take him out. And this time it's not personal. Like the first time was everyone says in boxing it's not personal, but it is. I mean, that's so up close and personal. You could say it's not personal, but it is. But if he's in the way moving forward, there's some lessons I need to teach him.
Yeah. I see what you mean in regards to the personal thing. You can't not be personal in the sense of blood, sweat, and tears. It's you versus them. But it's kind of that business in a sense of business to where you need to get to, and whoever's in your path, it's personal along the way, but it's not personal in a nasty sense, is it?
It's not like I've picked you out. I'll pick you out. It's you're in the way. You've got these belts or whatever. So it's what it is.
I take you out. You're my hurdle.
Exactly.
Rara said, "What's the alternative route up for you? IBF will be held up for ages, given how the PBC are so inactive with Boots Ennis."
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. I can't say what I want to say, but
come on, Ekow.
There's other routes. There's other belts. There's other governing bodies that I'm ranked in, and like I can get myself up around all of them, and obviously that means a lot. That'll mean more.
So when are you hoping to get back out? I know obviously you've got fight news sort of brewing, but when are you hoping to sort of get back out?
Oh, you know what? I told my promoter Frank Warren I wanted to be out ideally in end of March or April. Like I was training for that as well, but Fortunately, that didn't happen from other people that needed to get out and schedules and arenas and this, that, the other. So hopefully I'll be out in the next possibly 3 months. And I'm just raring to go. I'm itching. I just want to get in there kind of thing. Because one thing that I think probably affected me in the last one is the long period of inactivity between fights. And like I was on Team GB, and one of what I'm referring to about that is like we used to get out so often. Like you could have a tournament 1 week, 2 weeks later, even a week later, you could be sent out to a different one, and you get sharper and sharper and sharper for each one. So then that's when you're like seasoned. You're sharp. You're sharpening your tools. Like someone says match, you're like, what match? Whatever, man. Like yeah, let's just go. As opposed to like when there's a long break between them, you start thinking, oh, do I need a warm up fight? Do I need this? Do I need that? Oh, I forgot what a proper camp feels like. Yeah, activity is the number one thing. You've seen it with AJ. I mean,
boys,
he was so sharp on his last match, and he wasn't as sharp in the match before. But because he's keeping them so close together, like you can only build on it, really. Yeah, I'll be out definitely before 11 months. That was the break before my last match. I'll be out before that.
As you say, you know, it is staying active. We've seen it with, as you say, Anthony Joshua, Joseph Parker, another prime example. I think they've just kept active, and we've seen that progression, haven't we? Where people have you know, momentum is a big thing, which, you know, breeds belief and keeps you going. Cracking times ahead for you, mate, honestly. Jam has said, would Ekow step up to world level and fight 28-2 American Mario Barrios if given the chance?
You know what? If I was given the chance, I would. I've said in like a couple of interviews, I don't think of, you know, when people put certain people in front of me, like people higher in the ranks, like, oh, would you fight, like say, would you fight Boots Ennis? Would you fight Crawford? Would you fight Errol Spence? Like, to me, it's just like, yes, like there's no thought about it. It's yes, they're above me. They have what I want. It's like, why not? Like people will say,
how often do you get that opportunity?
Exactly. And so certain people will say, oh, but he's so skillful, or he's a tricky boxer, or he punches hard, and this, that, the other. But at the end of the day, every boxer is skillful. Every boxer punches hard at some point. Every boxer is tough, and this, that, the other. And they can't say that you faced them. So someone can look tough against someone else, can look like he's punching hard against someone else, but they don't box like you. Like those people could be walking onto punches. They could be waiting to be punched. You could approach it differently. So like it is what it is. Like obviously, yes, some people, they look like they're gifted punchers, but as long as you back yourself, and I'm someone that backs myself, it is what it is. You just get in there, do what you do.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So in short, yes.
that's where we're headed.
Yeah.
To me though, he isn't better than the engine. There you go, mate. What a compliment. And like you're saying, inactivity is the killer of the boxing careers, to be honest. And I think it's how you look after yourself during the inactivity as well. We've seen it with the likes of, I'm not just picking on him, but like Ricky Hatton, those sort of star fighters, the careers they could have had if they would stuck to that regime during those times, instead of sort of blowing up during fights and then squeezing back down again. And it takes its toll, doesn't it? But you're a man.
Oh no, it definitely does.
Program sticks to what he does.
Yeah, at my gym, DCT boxing gym, Barrington Brown, former pro himself. He's got the FA card. After a match, he wants you in the gym the next Monday, just to etch in your head, like, yeah, you're back to the grind, back to it. Like,
this is life. Yeah, this is what you want.
This is life. It's a lifestyle kind of thing. So I have like weight percentages and targets that I'm not supposed to go over. So, and I'm always in the gym. I'm always training. I'm always working on stuff. So yeah, and even more so after the last match, because it kind of pissed me off certain things. So there's certain things I've been just working on. So in the next match, it's my theme tune will be that track. I can't remember who sings it, but the words are "Let the bodies hit the floor."
Oh,
Every
blimey,
single,
that's a real.
every single round, something's gonna happen. So people should tune in. Every single round is gonna be entertainment. I'll put
No,
it like that.
and that's what it's about. As you say, you've had a loss, but you've learned. There's so many people that have a loss in their career, and they think, we see them disappear. It happens. I know you're not that guy, but there are people that really take it. But there's some people that look at it, analyze it, and go, right, how can I put this right for the next fight? How can I get it right? And I think quality, to be honest. Ra's just saying Crawford will vacate the remaining belts soon as he moves to 154.
And as soon as that happens, there's just going to be a vacuum. So really, there'll just be fights everywhere, and when the belts are redispersed and whatnot. But it's a waiting game till then, and you can't blame people who are further up the ranks not doing much because they want to keep their ranking, because they want to be next in line and whatever. But obviously, everyone wants to progress. So it's a funny game.
It sure is. You were talking about being back in the gym on a Monday morning. Bernard Hopkins, no junk food or sex for 20 years. That's living the life. Let's not go down that road.
That is living the life. That is living the life.
There's a limit. What a madman. Yes, Ekow Bros says SWS Boxing. I think Ekow can go far if he gets the chance. I think that's what it's about. It's getting those opportunities and getting those chances. World level far. The loss to Scarff was a fluke, in my opinion. The engine takes it all the way to the top table. No saying Bud level, but world level for sure. But these guys are there. You don't test yourself. I always look back at Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson. Prime example. Who would have thought on that night? Who would have thought? Hasim Rahman, Lennox Lewis in the first fight. Who would have thought? You just don't know unless you get the opportunity and get those chances. And honestly, Ekow, you are one of the nicest guys and so humble. And I just wish you all the best. I hope you get your opportunity.
Cheers. Thank you, man.
I hope you get your chances. And if we get the chance to see Essuman Kongo again, I'm all for it. If we get,
what? I've seen Chamberlain calling out. I can't remember who he called out. I think it might have been. Was it Vidal? He called out someone on Sky News boxing
last weekend.
The other day, and I saw Kongo kind of sitting right next to him with his glasses on. I was thinking, here goes. Is Kongo gonna call me out after he's got his back to the winning ways? He's got a new belt. I was thinking, wait for it. Do I need to go and record a video reply back?
You know what? I was there that night. I was there.
Yeah.
And, it really cheesed me off though that they did that sort of call out just as Kongo had just won a title, the biggest title of his career, and he was kind of overshadowed by a sort of talk about another fight. And I thought it's a bit, that was his moment, and it kind of, I don't know, maybe that was my personal thing.
Well, it's just one of them things, I guess.
It just rolls, doesn't it? Boxing, it just rolls.
But boxing's one of them things where, you get the momentum, you want to keep it, and at this point in time, with the YouTubers and the influencers and everything, you gotta strike whilst the iron's hot. You gotta appeal to everyone, and you have to not appeal to some people. So you gotta be brash. You gotta just do what you gotta do. And to be fair, I'm going to start doing some of that. If I have to start throwing tables, I throw tables in the right way. But I'll do it in a cool way.
Oh, no, it's going to be like a mini Dell. We don't need that. We don't need that. Stick to me and you, mate. We don't need another Derek. But honestly, as I say, there's a lot of people in your division at the moment. It's starting to really light up again. There obviously has been the forgotten men as well. Is there anyone that you would like to fight? Not fishing, but is there anyone you would like to fight out there? Like we were talking about your David Avanesiums, You've got your Michael McKinsons, those sort of people out there. Is any of those fights, would they be of interest to you, or are you kind of moving in the direction of looking world level now?
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Well, I have been looking at world level. I think I fought at British level for a bit too long. I needed a step up. So Warren, step me up higher. throw me in the lion's den. I'm not bothered about that. Like, do what you gotta do. I'll come out with the lion's head. Like that's me. That's how I think. So it's just about people who are in the ranking above me, to be honest. I mean, there's certain people who, like, yeah, it would, like, a fight would be nice, but in terms of their ranking, it doesn't make sense. It's just one of those just kind of pointless side mission fights. But at the moment, I'm still working on my main mission, and I want to get my ranking higher. So if, basically, if people are ranked above me, and those are the fights I want.
Yeah, no. I was speaking to Michael McKinson earlier, and he said he is the #1 welterweight in Britain.
Nah. He's not. Well, nah. But I mean, to be fair, everyone in the top 10 or everyone in the top 5 is going to say that, and you can't blame him, because I mean that's how we're supposed to think. So he believes he's the top welterweight in Britain. He's fought at all of you. To be fair, he's fought at a higher level, because he obviously had that.
Virgil.
Yeah, he obviously fought Virgil, so he's fought at a high level. You can say he's fought like he's probably maybe highest ranked or highest whatever. He's got that notch kind of thing, but I don't believe he's the best. I mean, Conor Benn's another one who's like, he's not really. Well, McKinson, give him his props. He has fought at British level. Conor Benn hasn't. Kongo said, he's above British level now, but he's obviously lost to me in this British title attempt. He's lost to Florian Marcoux. Florian Marcoux isn't a British title winner or contender. So I can argue personally, I can say, well, maybe he's not that much, but it is what it is. I mean, there's many routes to the top, so you got to take them.
Yeah. You're causing a stir now.
Well, just put it out there, innit?
he just needs the opportunity, and I pray he gets it. No one deserves it more than him. By the way, this is you. He's such a lovely guy and a fantastic boxer who just needs a chance. At least the Kongo return. I love it. I love how they chuck it in at the end. And someone's put, I always thought Ekow was able to do classy beef. No, he wants to play tables now. Would love the McKinson fight, as he's a warrior too, just like the Engine. I think that would be a cracking fight, to be fair. I think you'd see.
You know what? Out of the British level, I'm not saying people at British level, but out of the top people in Britain, fights like, I think me and Lewis Crocker would be fucking sick. That would be a good fight. He's a hard hitter. He is the name at the moment. He's a hard hitter. He's tenacious, but he's not as relentless as me, and he's not got the engine. He hasn't been pushed by someone like me. If that fight ever happened, it happened. Fight with McKinson, that would be a very interesting fight because of how he fights as well. That would be interesting. Even though, like, he's one fight. This is one fight. I'm not necessarily. I wouldn't say I don't like him. I don't like what he's done. But Conor Benn, if he ever got a British boxing license, I'd give him all the smoke, because he just chats too much, and he has a nice style that I think would mesh well with mine. So I think it would be an entertaining fight.
Sam from SWS Boxing would love to see you humble Conor Benn. You've done it. What is your dream fight? Says Bell. What's your dream fight? If you could pick anyone from any era, who would you have liked to have fought?
Anyone from any era? Yeah. Oh, that's a hard one. I'd have to fight the Hitman Hearns, or someone like Pernell Whitaker as well. Yeah.
They are quality. Would love to see Ekow stop the Benn bullshit train. God, you've done it now, mate. On that note. Before we get a table launched across the room in a complete change of character. Honestly, Ekow, you are an absolute star, mate. And as I say, the stuff you've achieved, the belts you've achieved that through hard graft, dedication, and just being you. I think that's the thing. You've got your fan base, and in the position you are because you believe in yourself, and people believe what they see. And you're just cracking. As I say, I really hope you get to avenge your loss as well against Harry Scarff, because I know that's a big thing for fighters as well. Is to turn something around. But I just hope that we get to see you out again soon. We'll talk to Uncle Frank, and like SWS Boxing says, can't wait for the return, Ekow. You've got so much love out there for you, mate, and honestly, as I say, I wish you and your family all the best, and we look forward to
thank you, man.
You coming back to the ring very soon, mate.
Don't worry about that. I'm working hard. I've been working on the little things. There's like, obviously you take a loss, like there's certain things you can work on, like, oh, what did I do bad? What could I do better? Or what needs changing? What would appeal to people more? What would appeal to the refs more? And this, that, the other. And I've been working on what I've been working on. So all I can guarantee is entertainment moving forward, good fights, good boxing, and just what I bring, that relentlessness, the tenaciousness, you guys haven't seen it, but the bloodlust and just the just being brutal. People can just expect good fights.
100%, mate. Someone's jumped in quickly with an interesting one. Who do you think Marku should fight next? What do you think the route is for him next? Because obviously that was a big blow to the Marku sort of train, as it were. He's never going to be without support. We know that 100%. He takes the crowd wherever he goes. But what do you reckon next for him? Quite an interesting question there.
Conor Walker.
Okay.
But I say that. Well, to be honest, I did say that because I like Conor Walker. He's a cool lad. He's no. You know what? Because I know he's got a unsmoked mindset. He'd been to my gym. We'd sparred a couple of times, and I seen him out one time, and he was just like, yo, can I have a picture? Like, yeah, I want a picture, but like, let's just get this straight. One day we might fight, and like I'm game for that kind of thing. And I was just like, you know what? I respect that, because there's certain fighters you come across, and like you might spar them once or twice to be all pally. The next thing you know, your promoter's like, oh, this guy says he wants to fight you, and it's kind of just like, oh, I swear, like, oh, is that how he's moving?
He's got like, balls. He's got
balls.
Yeah.
Whereas Conor's just like, like fucking, he's got balls. I like that. I like that. Yeah. I like that. I respect that in a fighter. I respect that.
No, well, there you go. You've heard it from Ekow. He's going to be a promoter soon as well. I reckon Engine would be a good fight, and I know they sparred together. It would be no running around the ring. So there you go. I think she's talking about Marku there. So
I have sparred Marku. Yeah.
I'd like to have seen the video for that. But yeah, honestly, Ekow, thank you very much, and stay in touch, my friend, won't you? And we'll have a catch up soon when you get back on the road and doing what you do best.
Yeah. As soon as I can release information, I'll let you know.
Thank you very much, mate, and I'll speak to you soon.
All right, speak to you soon. Thanks for having me as well.
No problem at all. As I say, everyone, get behind Ekow on all of his socials as well. Show him your support and watch his journey, as the best is yet to come. Ekow, thank you very much. Stay in touch. God bless.